So I decided to buy my own Krasnogorsk 3 because I only had the Krasnogorsk 2 and people were constantly asking how these motors look like on the Krasnogorsk 3. So people are using these motors with Krasnogorsk, but I didn't have a short ready camera which have this because I have this test motor and then I am just building these motors and selling them and only have this one test motor. So I decided to buy the Krasnogorsk 3 and just modify it to crystals right away. And it is possible actually that I will use this with the 3D printed motor. I'm releasing later this year. So the motor where you just buy the circuit boards and the motor drive and then you can 3D print the casing, and the kit already has aluminum control panel, but that motor is tiny bit bigger than this because it's not possible to make a DIY kit which can be 3D printed and still be sturdy if it's this small, so it has to be a bit larger motor, and the casing I'm designing has ventilation holes on the top and bottom, and you can attach the switches to the holes. So it's tiny bit different, but it has the same control electronics and motor drive. And it's way cheaper than this. It's half the price of this if buying from the August batch. So I already modified this and I just need to 3D print a temporary spacer because I'm too lazy to modify the original one, and I ordered a final spacer which I have the CAD files of this modified spacer which have this cutout for the axle. So I just used one of those files and ordered a metal 3D printed version made out of stainless steel, but it takes some time to arrive from China, so I'm 3D printing a PLA spacer here. But otherwise this is ready. It does run already. So it runs perfectly fine. 24 FPS and there's the button. 48 and 50 also. It does run fine. I just need the spacer and then closing it and coupling the original run button hole on the front cover. So that, and of course checking the prism alignment because I removed this to drill these holes, so I just need to realign this, but otherwise it's ready. It does run and its noise level is okay and it's reliable and so on. So I also removed the loop formers because they are absolutely garbage. So the original loop formers, so just take them off if you can. You get much better camera if you take this loop formers off. So it does run and I just need the spacer and then realign this and then I can just start shooting with this. So it's easier than borrowing customer's camera when I'm modifying it quickly and then I have like 1 day to test and then I need to send it back. So it's much easier. This is my own camera and it does work. So I'm going to shoot some stuff with this, and I think I will mount it to a car rig or something because this is perfect not crash camera actually, but car rig camera. it's perfect for that. So it's pretty small and lightweight and relatively reliable. It's pretty cheap, even with this crystal motor, and if using the 3D printed one, then it's you can just sacrifice it if you need the perfect shot, and it's risky. You can take the risk and just mount it everywhere. So 3D printed one will be really interesting because this normal price with the Krasnogorsk kit at the moment is $750, and if ordering from the August batch the 3D printed version without the printed casing, but with electronics and motor and front panel without the Krasnogorsk mounting parts, because these need to be metal, but the motor is $320 with shipping. And printing the plastic casing at home costs maybe $3 or something. So it's really cheap motor, and the mounting kits, the metal plate and the axle adapter for Krasnogorsk, they are something like $100, something like that. Need to check from, and it depends on the batch size, but anyway. So it's really affordable crystal system. Went down that way, and I know there's some kind of high-end Krasnogorsk modification which costs like from maybe $3,000 to $5,000 bucks. But I don't see any sense in that, but this does make sense because this is affordable and one can install it by oneself if needed, and it's pretty reliable. And if it does fail, the possible failure point is this, and you can change the actual adapter, and you can design your own adapter and anything. So I think this is the way to crystal modify Krasnogorsk cameras, and this is pretty much the best motor you can best price performance ratio motor you can buy for Krasnogorsk. If you need metal motors, then this one is the best, and the 3D printed one is the best if you can manage with plastic motor casing. It's not as ergonomic as this, but it's a tiny bit larger, and the run button is here instead of here. So you can design your own casing if using the DIY electronics kit. The plastic motor uses, but there's pros and cons. This is still affordable motor, and if I would shoot some Krasnogorsk stuff, I would use this, and if I need multiple Krasnogorsk cameras, then I would have one of these and two of the plastic ones. And then you have so many backups that you cannot fail the project. So this is pretty neat. So I'm just printing the spacer and then starting shooting with this.